everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today you're going to be coming along with me as I get my makeup done by a professional makeup artist who I consider to be one of the best in London. Now there's been a lot of those videos of people going to the worst rated ones, etc. But you know what, I think that makeup artistry can be very subjective. Now Manisha, who's doing my makeup today, I actually approached her with my idea and she was very happy to go along with it. Now obviously between me and you, she has no idea what I'm going to film, what I'm going to say, what I'm going to do, and I would definitely say that's a testament to her level of confidence, to how good her skill is. Now she has been a makeup artist for a couple of years now, fully trained, fully qualified. She's excellent, even to the point where me arranging to do this video with her, she was so busy that it is Sunday morning as I am coming to her makeup studio to get my makeup done. I'm wearing my Christmas outfit that I'm wearing to my Christmas party at work in a couple of days, and I've already sent her a picture of the dress so that we can try and match it and then I can potentially recreate it. I'm really looking forward to this. Obviously she knows that my expectations are very high, not forgetting that I obviously know how to do my own makeup perfectly well. So here is my outfit that Manisha is going to be creating a makeup for. Here is Manisha. Her makeup is perfect. I would always say personally, if a makeup artist's makeup looks crap, so will yours. So look at hers, perfect, love it. It's beautiful.
I hope it looks nice.
No, it looks gorgeous. Look at your hair, man.
This side.
Your hair is so beautiful. And I just wash mine, it don't look like that.
By Pixie.
Oh, it smells nice.
I normally exfoliate, but I know that you exfoliate quite well anyway. You tend to, what do you call it?
Really nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. And it's like good to give like a really nice massage to the skin, helping to kind of give a bit of a glow to the skin, because I'm just going to apply an eye cream. This is a hyaluronic acid based eye cream by Vichy. I like this because it's like gel based and it's really like refreshing under the eyes.
Feels nice.
I just want to leave it on for a while. It's just going to help to, you know, make things like, because of the coolness of the product, it's just going to help like with that. Got puffiness or anything like that, just take a little bit on the eyelid.
All right, I'm done. Let's go home now.
Concealer on the eyelid. This is the concealer that we are probably going to use on the bottom part of our eyes. Just here, so I like to use the same colour on the eyelid just so that it's all universal and matches. So I use this as an eye primer. I don't feel the need to use an eye primer. I prefer to use this. I feel like sometimes when you use products that, you know, like there's a lot of products out there that are like lighter than your actual skin, and I feel like sometimes you can see that after when you do all the makeup afterwards, you can see it. Like this blends really nicely into your skin because it's the same color as your skin. I'm gonna lean more towards the pinkier side of doing a gold look, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's so dark. Like it's so done to do that orangey goldy kind of look. This is from the Queen of Hearts palette by Coloured Rain. Oh, I love that palette, and I love these crease colours that are like more kind of cool toned as opposed to being orangey, which is great. Like the orangey looks great, but I think sometimes this is a little bit different. And you know, wearing a black and gold outfit, you can kind of get away with everything, get anything. So this is what I mean by I layer the colour on. So I'm really layering, like I've actually gone over this about 2 or 3 times now, just to really, really seal that concealer in place so it won't crease.
I'm so nosy, I'm just like, what you doing?
I'm actually just building up that first colour a lot because I just want it to be, and I think that helps like make things long lasting as well. I mean, I know you know this because you do your own eye makeup so nicely. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
This is in the Jackie Aina palette.
Oh yeah.
So lovely. And the other one was
this is the Queen of Hearts palette. I love that palette.
Princess is the
so
one.
I think I need to find mine. Mine's hidden somewhere.
Yeah. I'm gonna use like more of a pink, darker pink colour. just underneath again. So I'm layering the color on so that I feel like when you layer the color on as well, you don't need to blend as much because you've already got that background color. So it just went on really easily without me having to do much blending because the color underneath it is quite similar to it as well.
It's like mixing transitional shades.
Yeah, this is a Toucher water cream.
Oh, fancy.
This is really nice for like combination skin, I think. So I'm gonna give this a go on Charlena. Just gonna paint it on, really. And it's really nice because it's really like refreshing on the skin. I'm sure you feel that, right? You're probably like, I'm cold. This is really nice.
Oh, it feels nice.
So my thing is like, I couldn't find my Sicily cream oil, but I like to use that as well. It's a really nice kind of oil. But yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of like doing both at the same time because you need time for the products to sink in. In this palette, there's this color here, it's called Credit. It's like a nice brownie. Again, it's got a bit of a plummish tone to it. So I'm going to use this in the corners of her eyes.
You have got such a light hand.
I know, like a lot of people say that.
I feel you touching me. Now I jab my brush at my eyes sometimes.
Really?
I know you shouldn't. This is why you're the artist and I'm not.
I'm going to do a bit of a cut crease. So we're going back with the Shape Tape. And I think I'm going to do a soft cut crease. I don't really love like where it's like really harsh, like a line. If that makes sense. If you open your eyes, I just use that as a guideline to see where I need to go with it. So I'm going with this. This is a gold pigment. Now this pigment is absolutely beautiful, but it's not. I picked it up once in a, you know, you get them at pro makeup stores. I can't find it anymore. This glitter and pigment. It's like a body paint pigment as opposed to an actual pigment. If that makes sense. So it's really pigmented.
Yeah.
No, it's not creamy. It's actually I'll show you in a minute. It's actually a pigment, but it's just so pigmented, which doesn't make sense. Here, I'm just gonna add like a bit of this pinky color into this area so that it kind of has a bit of a transition. Long, and I want the eye makeup to be like the main feature. That's kind of like what I'm known for, my eye makeup. I'm not afraid to use colour and stuff like that. Love that.
You hear that, you guys? Hear that? She's not afraid. Not afraid to use colour. Hey,
I like how I look. Like, you know, it's...
look at that. Loving herself, man. She's having a moment.
Do you know what?
What are you doing?
Just getting rid of some fallout under the eyes.
I don't know what you're doing, that's what I'm asking.
Oh yeah, I'm just getting rid of some fallout under the eyes. You had a little bit.
I was like, more skincare. I love it.
After this, the next skincare step is the last one, and that's where I'm going to use the strobe cream. So this, to me, this strobe cream is like, it's almost like skincare because it's, I don't know, I just really like.
Do you not find that it makes you shiny underneath your makeup or anything like that? No? Because I've got the strobe cream and the only reason I've never used it is because I've always thought that it would like make me shiny.
What, as in like
under,
oily?
Yeah, like under my foundation.
I mean, I use it on myself. I've used it today. And I have very oily skin. Like my skin is like, like this. And I find it to be really like a skincare product. It's got really nice ingredients in it as well, apparently. This is the Barry M Color Corrector. I love the Barry M Color Corrector. The reason I like it is because it doesn't crease as much as like other color correctors do. Like, you know how you can get very creamy ones? This one kind of sets in place, which is what I like about it. So as we're going pretty full glam, I am going very extra. We want it to be good for photos. So I'm going around the mouth. Around the eyes, I think that's the only two places that you really need it. I'm just going to use a beauty blender. I'm going to use the bottom part of the beauty blender just to sort of really press it into the skin and then leave it to kind of set a little bit in place so that when we put the foundation over the top, it won't like mix in with it. Look up.
What are these?
I'm going to use these two foundations, so I'm going to mix them. So that's Rattan and NC42 by Studio Fix.
Oh,
MAC by MAC.
I've never used this colour before, but obviously you're mixing.
I'm mixing, so you're normally an NC40,
yeah.
So I'm using this to lighten up the NC42, just to get that, because I feel like sometimes the matte foundations are really orange. I'm going to paint this on in a downwards motion. This is going to help, like, you know, with you know, like you have like little hairs on your face and stuff. Everyone has them, don't get me wrong, but it's just like if you paint downwards, it just kind of mats them down,
flattens them
down. And now this is dry. I'm going to be a bit careful with how I go over this, but because it's dry, I don't need to be too careful because it's not going to mix in with the foundation now because it's dry. So just going in the direction of where the hairs are. Now I'm just using the sponge more to like press it into the skin. So this is why I don't use a beauty blender to actually apply the foundation. I feel like you lose a lot of product that way.
Yeah.
But I use it to like really press it in, because although we want full coverage, I don't want it to look like big on the skin. I want it to look like it's part of the skin. So pressing it in is just going to help do that. Foundation is just sinking into your skin.
Hee hee. I don't know if that's good for that.
So I'm using a concealer. Actually, I'm going for something that's a little bit lighter than I was going to go for originally. This is light medium sand by Tarte Shape Tape. So similar process to when we applied the foundation. I just want to be really careful because we've got that color corrector underneath. Although it should be okay by now, it's really set in place. I'm going to use this as well to shape the eye makeup. So this is going to give a nice brightening effect. I've kind of gone a bit reverse because the foundation is slightly darker than your skin. So I'm going to do a bit of a reverse contour, I guess.
We were just talking about how acid exfoliants have started to make everybody's face a lot lighter. And I actually think that I'm lighter than a MAC NC40 right now, which has never happened in my life.
Yeah, like I was so surprised when I used an NC40 and I was like, actually this, because I used to use NC44. I was like, actually this NC40
gone down 2 shades.
Yeah. So I always tell people that exfoliation is like it's a game changer. Like it's gonna do so much for your skin. It's gonna brighten your skin. It's gonna help with the texture. It's gonna help with how makeup sits on your skin. Everything. It's such a game changer. But a lot of people just aren't as familiar with it. I normally do 2 layers of concealer, depending on the person. I prefer to layer on products because that way. I feel like when you layer on concealer, it doesn't crease as much. So you just go with a light, I mean, it doesn't look like a light layer, but because I'm using sponge to kind of remove some of the product, if I need to go back with another layer, it will just kind of solidify it and help it to not crease. Funny, because when you put the second layer on, you realise, oh, you could have actually done with the second layer. It's like brighten it up slightly. Concentrating more on that inner part because that's the part that like really brightens.
See, I am learning so much. I normally just use 1 layer.
Even on myself, I use more than 1 layer. But it's under the eyes with the Charlotte Tilbury powder with like a stubby. I think this is supposed to be an eyeshadow brush, but I'm just going to use a concealer. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Beautiful Bronze, and I'm just going to go from the top of her ear towards her mouth. Actually, I prefer to go a little bit higher with the concealer, with the contour, and then if I need to like bring it down, I can, because I think if you go too low with it, that's when it can cause problems, but if you go a bit higher, it's not too much of a problem. So I'm using the same brush to just buff that into the foundation. So I actually don't do that whole mapping things out thing because, again, I think it's a bit of a clickbaity thing.
It's a bit of a con, isn't it?
It's like the actual product will dry.
Yeah, that's true. While you're
especially
still
this
doing
one,
it.
it's actually quite a dry product.
Yeah.
And if I need to, I just go back with the sponge to just blend it out.
I'm not actually used to having it up there. I do mine down here. So this is all new to me.
Yeah, you're probably gonna make you look really different. Yeah.
My cheekbones like my dad's.
Do you normally do it more for a bronzing effect?
No, I use it to contour, like to change the shape of my face. So because I've got a roundish kind of face,
contour product by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's called Cappuccino. This is like more of a warm contour. It's almost like instead of it being a contour, it's more of a bronze effect. So it's not really very cool toned. I prefer going a little bit more warmer with my contour anyway, just to like, I feel like it gives a bit more of a healthier glow than going to greyish with the contour, the golden glow. Just really setting everywhere that we've used that. And I'm just using a brush that has nothing on it. So once I go back and set the face, it will kind of, I can kind of carve this out and all that I need to do. But I like to, if it's the first time I'm doing someone's makeup, I don't set their face until later on, because I want to see how, I also want to see how the like natural oils come through and where. I want to give this like a really soft, kind of diffused look underneath, as opposed to like a really kind of heavy, solid line. So I'm using like a dark brown eyeliner, and then I'm going to add the eyeshadow that we've used around this area underneath. Use a little bit of the pinky colour now. Just keep building that up so that it kind of diffuses out. It's not so harsh.
Ooh, we're going artistic.
I'm actually using the same brush that we used to apply the colour underneath. I'm using that to sort of buff out that black colour so that it kind of blends into the eyeliner. If you start small with it, you can always build it up. If you go big with it, start off with, it's probably gonna end up with a huge wing.
So we're using Anastasia Beverly Hills.
We're using this colour here because I think it's going to be a good kind of match with the eye makeup. Oh, that's very strong. You do this. Catched in one dip.
Yeah.
I feel like this side of your face, makeup-wise, has come out better. You've got like a big patch. I find as well with blushes, they tend to fade off a little bit after a while.
Do I look like a doll?
It's the first thing to fade.
So in case you guys haven't noticed, Manisha goes back in and touches up areas, fixes areas. So a good thing about being a makeup artist is always going kind of back in to fix a little bit of this, a little bit of that you don't always notice necessarily straight away because the rest of the makeup isn't always complete.
I'm going to use some powder now to powder down the areas where you've got a bit more, you get a bit more oily. So I'm actually using this powder by Becca. Ooh. It's called Be a Light. I'm going to use this colour here. So it's a slightly lighter than your skin again, but I think that's okay. And I really like this for, it's got a little bit of a sheen to it, so I wouldn't use it, I'm concentrating it more on your nose and your forehead area, because I don't want too much of a sheen on the rest of your face. I'm going to use highlighter and stuff like that. I use it here in this area, and it just kind of helps matte down the pores in that area.
Because that's where the largest pores.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the area where sometimes you can get a bit of blusher escape down. When I'm applying blusher, I tend to get a bit that goes down here sometimes, and I'm like, okay, let me use this It Cosmetics pore filling. It's kind of like a pore filling powder in that area.
Is it good? What's it called?
Yeah, it's called Bye Bye Pores.
Oh, Bye Bye Pores.
Just get rid of the excess foundation and stuff that's gone on the brows. You've got good brows anyway, so I don't need to do a lot to them.
I'm sorry guys if the lighting keeps changing, it's winter. So sometimes I look okay, and sometimes I don't look so much. And we're in front of a window, so the sun is
We've got nice natural light.
We have got nice natural light.
This pencil is by Primark.
Oh, is it? I've not tried their brow pencils.
That was dark brown, and I'm going to mix it with brown, because you've got like quite, like your hair is like not
reddish,
black,
yeah.
So I don't want to, I don't want it to be too dark. Just going to carve out the brow. Neaten up that area, make it look a bit more brow bone as well as on the cheekbones. So I like to use, whatever I use on the cheekbone, I like to use that on the brow bone as well.
I do that.
Sometimes even,
I do that on my tear duct as well.
Sometimes, yeah, exactly. So it all matches. Lashes on. This is a Tatty Lashes TL3.
And she's using the, what lash glue? The Revlon one, because it's latex free, because she knows that I'm allergic to latex. So this is the fully completed look. I love it. Thanks, Manisha. Even though obviously when I leave her house, I'm gonna have to say stuff, but she don't know about that yet. What's gonna happen?
Like what?
Who's gonna say what? I'm in control of this. The editing. No, but seriously, I love it. I love the way that she's done this very different kind of style of eyeliner. And she's very much pushed me out of my comfort zone in terms of my contouring. I normally have my contour a lot lower. I've never had my cut crease like this. My eyebrows, I normally have a lot thicker. She's really given me food for thought, especially in terms of how much concealer I use as well, because I don't actually use as much as she has, but she's made it still look very natural. This is supposed to be, by the way, full on party glam. So if any of you guys are thinking, why she got like so much color on her face and whatever, well, it's supposed to go with my dress. I love it. I think it looks great. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks beautiful. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my Sunday looking very glam sitting at home now, but I'm going to keep this on all day, and overall I'm really happy with it. You guys should definitely come and check Manisha out whenever you can. If you're in London, if you're looking for somebody, what kind of makeup do you generally do? Wedding makeup? Bridal makeup. Training. She does master classes. She's a busy person. She's busy 7 days a week. It's Sunday, for God's sake. And actually there's somebody coming here afterwards, after I leave, for a trial, isn't it? Yeah. For a trial. So she's always hustling. See, always hustling, always working hard. But I love everything that she's done, and I'm really happy with this. It looks great. Okay, so I am back in my car now. What can I say? Manisha is absolutely amazing. She's really made me view makeup in a very different way. I'm so set in my ways, not for any other reason than because I am a YouTuber, because I have got a certain level of experience, I would say, in doing makeup on my own face rather than anybody else's. But what I liked about her in particular was that she spoke to me. I mean, we chatted for ages. She's like my new friend now. This was the first time I've ever met her, bear in mind. And she's done everything and anything that I asked for, asked what my opinions were, what I thought of it. Was I happy with this, or did I prefer this? She didn't impose her own opinions onto me, regardless of the fact that she is an artist. She really wanted to understand how I wanted to look and the kind of colors that I wanted to use. So overall, I'm really happy. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.